In jail after investigators say he assaulted a Wilmington police officer following a crash. WPD says the officer responded to the crash on Military Cutoff Road. Investigators say Patrick Tedford took his ID back from the officer, then assaulted the officer who tried to stop him from leaving. Tedford ended up getting tased and arrested. He's charged with 2 counts of resisting and obstruction in addition to the assault charge. The officer, we're told, did not get hurt.